Well, with a few months until the end of the school year for millions of high school students, now is the time to prepare for the SAT, ACT, and AP exams. Boy, do I remember. Some colleges rely heavily on these exams during their admission process, but there are a few changes slated to take place this year, changing the way students prepare for these college prep tests. Here to talk more about the new exam formats, we're joined by educational consultant Ibrahim Firat. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Samica.
Boy, and I tell you, I remember being forced,
Yeah.
being forced to make these preparations even in middle school and certainly in high school. So it's important to talk about these changes. Let's talk about them.
Absolutely. So we're going to see two major changes to the SAT and ACT. SAT is not going to change its format, but it's going to change the content that's going to go into every section. Critical reading section, which currently has a vocabulary component built into it. It has vocabulary words currently that you don't see anywhere else but the SAT. So that component is going to change with vocabulary words that actually students will be able to use from what they learn in high school or from everyday life. So they don't have to go ahead and memorize words for the test.
So how do we prepare for these tests? Has that changed at least? I remember going to the library and getting this huge book to prepare for it, but times have changed.
Absolutely. Times have changed. There are many online tools that are free. You can just take a practice test online, or you can study critical reading, math, or writing sections just online, and you don't have to pay additional fee.
Wow. And let's talk, that has changed, by the way.
That has, yes.
And let's talk about the AP exam, changes there.
Absolutely. There are many AP exams, but the major AP exams that are going to see the change are U.S. history and physics. U.S. history exam, which currently has 600 years of history that covers from 1400s to 2000s, it's going to now change its focus more on the second half of the 600s, so more towards our modern times. So we're going to see that adjustment from AP U.S. history teachers, and we're going to see that in the testing as well. And
when is it, time to start preparing your student? At what age do you start preparing for these prep tests?
For the SAT and ACT, you can start as early as 7th grade.
Wow.
In fact, there are programs out there for talented and gifted students that schools require SAT for. So students start as early as 7th grade.
Okay, and let's talk about the reason behind all of these changes.
Absolutely. Well, SAT and ACT were both being criticized lately for not being able to predict college performance from the tests they have today. So they realized the need and, of course, the trends in the market as well. There are new majors, new college majors, new careers in place now. So in order to really adjust to the times, they had to make adjustments to the actual test content to see if the students are fit and prepared for it.
Very important information for high school especially, but also for middle school parents.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much
for
joining us. For another look at Ibrahim's tips, head to our website at abc13.com.